Hello, everyone. Mike Moo here. I am an REI affiliate, and if you get some useful information out of this, or you just want to help out my channel, please use my link down below for REI. This is the Gear Up and Get Out sale. It is running from November 10th to November 20th, and you get a lot of good deals in here. All right, I want to start out with one of the first major ones. Now, this is for co-op members. If you are not a co-op member, I recommend you sign up for it. I think it's only $30 right now, lifetime, and there's often some specials where you sign up for it. You also get a gift card. So it's really almost a no-brainer, especially if you like to get outside. So the headline thing is that there's 20% off of one item that is full price and 20% off online only the REI outlet for one item using a coupon code. But that's not the main best deal out here. Now, a couple of months ago, I mentioned that there was an amazing deal on an e-bike. And I said, hey, this is the e-bike that you want. If you want to get your first e-bike, you want something that can do it all. Well, for the average person, do it all. This is the bike that you want. I'm getting to the page right now. You can see the sale has a lot of great things. 25% off a lot of things here, 30% off here and there. And if you're going to be out in the middle of nowhere, you probably want an InReach Mini 2. This is $100 off. That's pretty decent and may not be an REI exclusive, but chances are if you're going to want to try something like that out, it's probably best to go to REI to get stuff like this. Okay. So the main thing I want to point out is this right here. This is 40% off the original price. So right now, it is $1199.93. So that's saving 19%. Come tomorrow, or actually just in another hour and a half, roughly, this is going to be 40% off. That means it's going to match the lowest price that this e-bike has been. Okay, so there's two of them here. There's the Gen E 1.1 and the Gen E 1.2. Now, the difference between these two are, obviously, there are color choices here, but as you can see visually, one has a rack, one does not have a rack, right? The 1.2 is more expensive because it has a rack, has a bigger battery. Those are the main things. And for people who don't know, for e-bikes, a big part of the cost is, of course, the battery. So you're going to get a little bit more range out of the 1.2 versus the 1.1. How much? Well, it kind of varies depending on how you ride. But if you just look at the capacity, if you would say, hypothetically, running the same thing or the same way, riding the same way. Okay, both bikes riding the same way. This has a 14 amp hour battery as opposed to the E 1.1 has just a little bit less than that. So let's take a look at this. I forget. It's 11.6 amp hours. So the batteries are interchangeable. So you are not stuck with this battery size for this type. It's just what it comes with. Okay, so it's 417 watt hours versus 500. Probably 672. My bad. 672. Okay. So they both weigh about the same. The battery capacity will affect certain things, but one big difference between these two is that this one's going to be a little bit more comfortable to ride because these have shocks in the front, which help a little bit. Okay. Now, someone mentioned in the last video how they went to test ride some of these, and for whatever reason, the tire pressure was set to the maximum tire pressure for both of these. So that severely swayed them into getting the one with the suspension seat post. But really, these are Schwalbe tires. These are not cheap tires. These are decent tires. And they aren't meant to run at the highest maximum PSI for the most comfort. Okay, so you're going to run that a little bit less. I'd say between 80 to 90% of what the maximum thing is. So when you go for a test ride, double check, just let out, if it feels a little bit too harsh, let out a little bit more air. It's going to be fairly comfortable, let me tell you. Okay, so this is probably the best deal. And I don't think, at least for a while, I don't think that the prices are going to be that low again until, I don't know, maybe if they still have any left, Cyber Monday, because I don't know if you know this or not, but REI does not do Black Friday. This is pretty much their Black Friday deal. Okay. Then they'll have a Cyber Monday, maybe, which might have other things on sale. But yeah, this is it. So the 20% off is just this kind of a starting out, right? If there's nothing there that is on sale in general, the 20% off coupon will apply. And it's just a nice general overall blanket discount on almost everything. Now, it doesn't apply to certain things like bikes. Okay, so there are definitely exclusions. I will have a link down below. You can read the details about some of those exclusions in there. But okay, so here we are on the second page of the deals, right? All REI co-op brand clothing and accessories are 30% off. They make some really great things. In fact, a lot of the places that make the clothes actually make them for the highest end name brands too. Obviously, there'd be different designs, and there'll be some parts or portions of it where they simply don't match up with the highest name brands, but they're pretty close. So you're going to get excellent value for your money for REI brand stuff. I mention that every time because if you are not like a hardcore professional doing certain things, the REI branded products are going to do well for you. Yeah, that's just it. It's just going to be a little bit cheaper. You're going to get a lot better value. It's not going to match the highest end stuff most of the time. Not all the time, most of the time, because that's not their market. Okay, that's just the truth. 20% off all Smith helmets and goggles. So you don't need to use coupons for any of this stuff that are over 20% off. So it's a good time to obviously gear up for the season. They're definitely gearing up for snowboarding and skiing. I've seen at my local REI, everyone's getting in line, getting everything all set up for that. And should be a pretty good season. So 25% off for a lot of these other name brands here. A lot of great things to choose from. You really have a lot of good choices. Now, here's the thing with these sales. Even though it lasts 10 days, they tend to sell out of, one, the most popular brands and the most popular prices and the most popular sizes. So if you are seeing this right now, you should probably click that link, go to the sale item that you want, and add it to the cart, because it's better to just order it now and then return later if you find out that it's, if you're on the fence for it. A lot of things, a lot of the popular items do end up selling out before the sale is over. So don't let that happen to you. You can go return it. I know it's a little bit of a hassle, but frankly, the capability of, as an REI member, of being able to return anything that was not up to your satisfaction up to a year later, is just phenomenal. It's just one of those few things that I hope doesn't go away. REI used to have a lifetime return policy, but like most places, they got rid of that. So now it's a year. Roughly kind of like Costco. It's roughly a year. All right, 25% off smart wool clothing accessories. That's good across the board. I have seen this matched at other sporting goods places, so it must mean that a lot of the sport shops are all getting the okay from Smart Wool to give the 25% off. And I love Smart Wool stuff. It's perfect for travel, and it's perfect if you want to be a minimalist and get a couple of Smart Wool items that'll last you a while. Just make sure you keep the moths all of it. Don't ask me how I know. A lot of good deals on these other products as well. I'm not a huge clothing person, so I can't comment too much about all these things. All I do know is that, I see a lot of these brands. I touch them, I try them, and they seem to last. So I don't really need to get any new stuff. A lot of times I just purchased things that are definitely well constructed, that fit me well, have a good fit, and I take care of my clothes. So I don't get a chance, and I'm not super fashionable. Like I don't really change with the trends too much. And so I can't comment too much about all these other styles on here, but hey, maybe one day, I'll get something that just completely is mind blowing, and then I'll talk a little bit more about it. I will say I'm a big fan of the cool stuff, KUHL, which we just saw over here. I'm a big fan of the smart wool items. I have the REI Co-op Big Haul Duffel. It's great just to throw everything in there if you have the space for it, or you have an SUV to pack all that stuff and just have it all in one bag is kind of nice. Just like a throw all, catch all. And these are 30% off. That's not too bad. But honestly, I got mine from the REI resupply / garage sale. That's always a good place to check out too, if you don't mind buying and using used gear. I really don't mind at all for the most part, because after I get it and I use it, it becomes used gear. Doesn't mean that it's bad. It just means that it's used. So they don't have a specific extra discount on that, at least during this sale. Maybe they will during Cyber Monday. I'm not sure. But that's how I get a lot of my items as well. If I feel like, well, I really don't know if I want to wait for a sale, because these sales, they happen regularly, but not always most conveniently. So that's why I say, hey, if you think you're going to use it within the next year, it's not a bad idea or time to get them while they have these big discounts here. So you don't have to wait, okay, until you get another sale. That's where it comes down to. I have some C2 Summit gear. 30% off is actually a really nice discount for the camping cooking gear. I believe that most of the camping season, at least for most people, most families, is kind of over, and that's why this discount is relatively high at 30%. I got this recently as in this past, I think past summer. I didn't get a chance to try it out. This is like a kitchen sink thing, and it folds up, packable. This would be very useful for travel, and it's particularly if you don't have space for a whole big bucket. I can't wait to try that out my next camping trip outage. 30% off. Yep, all tents, footprints, and accessories. I will say the REI Co-op tents have been excellent. I purchased and tried several sets, starting out around college time. All the way until now, I have expanded to larger sizes as I tend to start to carry more and do less backpacking. Overall, let's see what we got here. $200 off all Garmin Epics and Phoenix watches. If I was a really hardcore athlete, I would probably look into getting the Garmin's. But I'm not, so my Apple Watch Ultra will have to do. $200 off is nice. That's minimum. I think minimum. Is that minimum 20% off? I think so, because these hardcore watches, yeah. See that minimum? Like $1,000. Like if I went hiking and doing extreme activities every couple of days, this would make sense because the battery life of these, I hear, is phenomenal. Never owned one of these. $200 off is not bad. I do believe that it is not exclusive to REI. And also one other thing I want to point out too is I think there are exclusions to the 1 year rule. I think for GPS products, of which this would be, I think it's 90 days. So keep that in mind, right? So 90 days is still great. That's a really long time. Okay, so 25% off all Smart Wool. Love the Smart Wool brand. Love their products. Best travel stuff, at least for me. Again, this is the best deal out of all this. Is the Co-op Cycles Gen E 1.1, 1.2. At my local REI, I saw about 4 or 5 of them about ready to go in various different different colors. That's where some of the footage that I'll be showing you is from. And it's one of those things where you probably want to add to your cart right now and check out as soon as the sale becomes available. And then do that so that it's reserved. And then what you do is, you do it for pickup, right? You don't want it delivered. Delivered, you don't get free shipping on these oversized products. What you do is you choose for pickup. And then you go to the store, and then you do the test ride of it. Okay. So you do your final decision then and there. This way it's reserved, and then you know for sure whether or not it's going to work out for you. Like, everybody's dimensionally, size-wise, a little bit different. And while they designed an e-bike that fits most people, I think that if you are super tall, this isn't going to work well for you. You're like 7 foot tall, this probably isn't going to work for you. But just so you know, these are like 20-inch wheels, which is a very popular size for a utility bike. Keeps lower center of gravity. It's not meant to be a mountain bike. It's not like a 29-inch or anything. But it's great for utility and just around town, just overall. Okay, so Burley trailers and seats are also on discount. Save up to $125. You're going to go out. You can attach this to this, and then take your children out or take your dog out, which I find a little weird because, it just doesn't seem. But I can appreciate you got an older dog and you want to take him out or something. You got puppies you want to take out, and Burley also sells trailers for that. And there's a discount for that. 25% off all 1,000 bike helmets and lights. These are pretty cool looking. They used to have promos where they gave one for purchasing I believe the Dirt 1.1 bike, which is nice because these are $100 helmets. I can't say anything about the lights. Haven't tried those out. 25% off all Bontrager and Trek helmets and bike lights is a nice deal. Okay, that doesn't happen super often. Maybe once a year. This would be it. 15% off Cannondale bikes for kids. Okay, that's good. I wish I had one when I was growing up. They make really nice bikes. 20% off. Okay, so this feels like a pretty standard discount for these fitness bike trainers. 30% off these. This looks like a much fancier one. I haven't tried these at home. Okay, I'm not a big hardcore bicyclist. I don't do training at home. But if I did, looks like these might be the ones you want to consider. I'm just not an athlete that way. But if you are, let me know. Is this worth the money? $1,000? No bike included. You gotta add your own bike, obviously. And you'll probably want to, because if you're spending $1,000 for one of these smart trainers, you're probably in for a triathlon, you're a triathlete, you're in major competition, or you just want to maximize the performance that you can get, health and performance that you get. And as such, you will have a bike that is tailored to your body, your fitness level, your stats, and the way that you want to ride. And then the $1,000, I can understand. I understand that's worth it. That's just not my world at this time. 25% off of Shimano shoes. These, of course, are bicycling shoes for clip-ons primarily. So you clip in to your bike. I've never heard of this brand before, but that doesn't mean anything. 20% off of their cycling shoes. Also not bad. These shoes do tend to get really expensive. The lighter and the fancier that you get. And I don't know about this brand. This must be a new brand. 45 North products. Okay. This is obviously going to be very popular in cold places. Very popular indeed. I'm here in Sunnyvale, California. Don't really need studded tires. But if you did, 45 North has got you. I've seen these in person. I didn't know they were by the brand 45 North. They're just really cool. You got studs in there. You'd ride on snow, ride on ice, not slip and fall. Yeah, okay, I appreciate that. If I did move to a place like that, then yeah, for sure, look up 45 North. Okay, finally, this happens a couple times a year though. You get 20% off all Yakima and Thule racks and accessories. You can see right here, they have brought home the new E-Gen 1.1 right here. This is a nice blue color. This one is going to be around $800. That is a steal of a bike. Okay, it's got a 350 watt motor, class 1. Okay, again, this if you're going to get an e-bike, this is going to be your first beginner e-bike, because people really get into these. They're going to have more than one bike, right? This is a great starter bike. Okay, so right here, E1.1. I have separate links specifically for those down below. Take advantage of the sale. Gear up, get outside, and enjoy life. Enjoy the outdoors. Stop staying inside watching YouTube, Netflix, and all that stuff. Get outside. Go on some adventures. How did I miss this? Did I just skip this part here? Yeah, I must have just skipped this part here. But the MSR stoves, great products, cook gear, water treatment. The Petzl headlamps are the best. When you're outdoors, you definitely want those. So that's all there. And then you got the All Soul emergency preparedness gears, 25% off there too. So those are some good deals. Okay, so that's it. That's what we got for the deals for the Gear Up and Get Outside sale. Let me know what you are planning on getting. Here's a separate special offer. When you spend $100 or more on a Benchmade knife, you will also get a $20 bonus card. Benchmade makes some of the best just general outdoors knives available, and of which I have held this. I think I have one of these carbon knives. Yeah, it's probably this one right here. Let me tell you, it is so lightweight. I don't have to worry about sharpening it. Just stay sharp. I am not doing bushwhacking or anything with it, but yeah, love it. Love that knife. Okay. So, once again, that's it. That's it for the sale. Check it out. Add it to your cart. You can do the pickup thing. Probably easier just to ship to home, unless you really want to deal with the lines. There's going to be lines of people during the sale, trust me. And a lot of things in the store are going to sell out. But, if you need it then, right then and there, just do in a store for pickup. And they'll let you know when it's ready. Just be prepared to stand in line for pickup. I hate standing in line for pickup. It always seems to take forever. And, just having it shipped at home, it's just a nice, easier choice. If you don't need these things right away, particularly if they're Christmas gifts, it's just a lot better. Oh, here's something I didn't notice before. Something I might try, depending on what the price is. Co-op Camp Dreamer booties and slip-ons. You know how when you went out hiking for a really long time, and you come back, or you just had an adventure where you went back and you're wearing your boots, they feel really heavy and you're all sweaty and everything. And then after you clean up, you want something to wear comfortable. I think that's what these things are. I just hope they're not like $80. Oh yeah, $70, $80. Yeah. But I guess you get what you pay for here. I don't know. I don't know if I would get it for myself, but I wouldn't object to being gifted one of these. I'll put it that way. So you get 30% off. Okay, so that's a much better deal. Honestly, a lot of these things I wouldn't ever really get unless they have that nice discount, and that's me. That's not everybody. I just feel like, well, if I do get it, I just want to make sure that it's made well so it lasts me for many, many years. In which case, then it makes sense for how much you pay. And yeah, there's there's some things that are worthwhile paying. Things that you're going to be using every day or all the time, and you just know you don't want to fail on you, right? And I've made some great purchases like that, and I think you can find some great ones here too. You know what? Maybe that's why a lot of people return a lot of shoes at REI. Let me tell you, if you want used shoes, REI is it's like their second biggest business is used shoes. Just go to any REI that has that resupply section. You will find shoes of all sizes, shapes, types, and conditions. It's amazing what they take back and, you know, what they put back out for sale. I'll just say that. I did get a nice set of shoes that I use for cycling because I'm not a fancy cyclist, but, you know, I want some of the fancy stuff available for it, and I like a nice discount. So that's one area that I've got. I got some lightly used shoes, and, you know, they've been great. Okay, so not going to knock down some of these expensive shoes. I just like having a little bit more of the discount. One thing I did get last year was this new brand for me anyways. So my wife and I, we were at a different shop. Okay, this actually wasn't REI. We have a store called Sports Basement, and it was just one of their events. I think they do it every winter. I forget what it's called. I don't think it's their anniversary event. But anyways, they do it. It's called the Winterfest, I think. So she was trying on these shoes, and she loved them. I looked at them. I thought they were extremely well made. Okay, the ones that she was trying. So I wanted to check out the men's versions of it. And then I tried it on, and I thought, wow, these shoes are amazing. And yeah, so we both ended up getting a set. So we were like $300 some outlighter. But I swear to you, I almost wear them every single day. Even though maybe I shouldn't, I almost wear them every single day. They've been everywhere with me. Most recently, they took a swim in the river in Colorado. They don't do well on slippery rocks. In fact, I don't think much of anything does well on slippery rocks. But anyways, I slipped and I fell into the river/creek, and the ones that I had were waterproof. But it doesn't really help when waterproof up to extent, right? You stick your leg in some running river water, and you can get water in your shoe. So, yeah. Anyways, love them to death. I see some of these are on sale. I'd recommend, you know, trying them out. And a good pair of shoes that work well in most outdoor conditions is great. So I wear them today, and I hope they will still last me another year or two after this. So on. Okay, that's it. That's it for this video. Please give this a like, subscribe for more. Let me know. I mean, if you don't mind, share with me what you do end up getting. And please use my affiliate link, even though the link might say, or go.mikemoo.com/REI. If the link says something about some privacy thing, you just say proceed. Okay, that's just, I have this issue with my URL redirector. For whatever reason, keeps losing a bit of a security certificate. All it's doing is just kind of like a bit.ly. It's a link shortener. So just forward you over that way. Please just go ahead, proceed with it. I promise you it's not anything nefarious, but Google does warn you sometimes that this might be an unsafe link because it doesn't have the lock thing for URL shortener. It'll just forward you over to REI with my affiliate link. All right, that's it for this video. Please give this a like, subscribe for more. Catch you next one. Thanks for watching, and enjoy. Happy holidays.